Good day, everyone. I am excited to be back on the blog. My name's Nancy Curry, and I'm a mixed media and primarily watercolor artist, ready for spring, so ready for spring. So I've put together a project that you might find functional for you or functional art to give away. So what I have here is one sample of what we're going to do today. It is just a marker for different herbs, and this is how you find them in the store. I found them here in a local big box store, but you can find them on Amazon. I believe they're bamboo. So to start off, I like to prime, and my favorite priming tool is gesso. So we're going to just take a cosmetic sponge, and we are going to just pounce onto the bamboo. I ended up doing 2 coats on each one, and I found that was sufficient. On my originals, I went ahead and did the sides. I think when I do them as gifts, I am not going to do that. The sides tend to want to take a lot of gesso to get good coverage. So what I would be doing is doing one side, letting it dry, and then repeating on the other side. And then we start the decor part. I'll be back in a flash. And we're back. So here's my very well used palette. And you'll see I've already got a minty color going here. I'm going to make a little bit more because I'm going to do 6 of these. So I'm going to add a little bit of this sap moss green. This happens to be golden, but you could use any craft paint, any kind of darker green. And I'm going to go in and mix some more. This is actually Liquitex gesso, but you could use any kind of white paint. It would come out the same. All right, perfect tint. Let me move my brush. I'm going to move my palette over, and then we're going to get to some decor. So what I have here is a 9x12 stencil by Wendy Brightbill. I love this because it has so many different opportunities for marks, but it also has opportunities for really, really whimsical florals. So right now I'm going to be using more of the marks area. And I'm just going to go in with a fresh cosmetic sponge, and I'm just going to tap in some spot color. So I'm not going for all overall coverage, just some of this green in different areas. I'm going to try to stay away from the center because I'm going to use that to name the herb. And I'm going to kind of go for different sized marks. I'm not holding this down very carefully. Just kind of doing this intuitively. So just have fun with it. But please do not use up all of your white space. All right, I think that's good to go. I'm going to let this dry, and then I will come back and we will continue with the next layers. So now we're back to my palette, and we're going to take again some gesso and mix it in with some of the sap moss green, but like I said, any spring green will do. I want a medium tone. I already have a dark tone, but I definitely want a nice medium tone so we can have some variegation in color. And I'm going to move the plate aside, and we're going to go back to what we were working on before. I'm going to get a new little piece of cosmetic sponge, and I'm going to tap into the color, and then I'm going to grab one of the other stencils. This is actually another Jennifer Evans one that has lots of different vines and some other botanicals. And I'm just going to start going around the perimeter in this medium tone. This is sort of an abstract concept, so I don't know what the leaves of the particular herb I'm going to put on this one would look like. So we're just using our imagination. Don't get caught up on having perfection. This is just a fun project. I actually plan on giving these for Mother's Day gifts this year. Let's get a little darker tone in now. I would definitely say that I repeat motifs, but not all of them. It just depends on what's happening as I pounce. You can layer until you think you're ready. I'm going to speed this up and finish this one up, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I'm satisfied with this layer. I'm going to take a look at using a mask over where I think the verbiage is going to be. And I'm going to do a little bit of splatter. I've just added some water to this paint. That's the medium tone. Then I'm going to go in with the dark tone, see if I can get that to splatter as well. Pull up the mask. I've left a nice white area in the center. And then I'm going to go ahead and use a permanent ink pad. Permanent's important in this case because I am going to seal it after it's done since it'll be sitting in soil. So I'm going to work on the next one that I want. I have my stamps all laid out. You can't see them. They're off camera probably. And I'm just going to go into this permanent black. I do come from a stamping background years ago. I mostly paint now. But I always have enjoyed wonky alphabets. So mine aren't going to all line up. They're going to be every which way. And for me, that's intentional. If that's not your vibe, you could print them out and collage them on. And do a Mod Podge kind of a sealant. So that's very simple, very quick. And then on my other one that I showed with the chives, I actually did a little tiny bit of bronze on them. So I'm going to see what I can find to add a little bit of bronze to this one. Just a little bit of metallic here and there. I'm just adding kind of little dots in random places. I think it just adds a tiny little bit of pizzazz. On some of them, I may actually decide to splatter some of this bronze. It's really not necessary to do this. It just adds a little something in the end. I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to come back and let you know what decisions I made regarding the other side and how I would seal all of these. Be back soon. Well, I'm back and I'm pleased as punch with how these turned out. I did make some decisions while you were gone from me. I ended up deciding I was going to do something on the back. So here is the original one. And I just went in with another Jennifer Evans stencil, stenciled a little bit, splattered a little bit, and signed it. I did these for all of them, slightly different, and I'm kind of happy with that. So obviously if you're doing them for yourself, you don't really need to do that. But here they all are. How I'm going to protect these is I'm going to use Krylon Camara varnish and do probably 2 coats of that. And then after that, I am going to spray them with a gloss sealant. I think I've decided to go with gloss to give it a little pizzazz. So if you are not into sprays, you could go in with a matte medium, and you could go in with a gloss medium. Either way will work fine. And if you end up doing a collaged bit of words on them, I would go ahead and probably do the brush on, so either the matte medium or the gloss medium. I hope you enjoyed this project. I really have enjoyed being part of the StencilGirl team. I hope to see you all soon. Happy spring.